I feel like narrative therapy aligns with my own philosophy of life. Whenever I'm in the middle of a problem, I think back to moments when the problem didn't exist. I look at when things were working out. These specific sparkle moments in my own life show me how I can move forward when I'm in that bad place mentally. I ask myself, does the story I am telling myself now align with the life I wish to be living? I also try to change the way I view things when I make mistakes. Since realities are formed through language, I try to change the wording I use. The words I use are very powerful in shaping how I experience things. Sometimes when I make mistakes, I dwell on them and call myself dumb, which doesn't really help me move forward but keeps me stuck. When I switch my mindset and think about these situations as moments of learning, it allows me to see how I can do things better. A simple mistake doesn't define me, and I can rewrite my narrative again and again. As a new therapist, this mindset transfers into how I work with clients. I encourage them to find their own truths and help them understand that the words they use can shape their realities. I can support them in changing those realities through the language they use. I take a strength based approach with my clients, and I look for the things that support them. For example, I might have them create strength armors where they identify their support systems, what they like, and what helps them move forward. I also work with them to find their sparkle moments if they are dealing with something difficult in their narrative. A part of this process is externalizing situations or emotions that make it a little easier to talk about an experience. Sometimes it means literally making up stories with the client and going through hypotheticals that they can apply to their own lives. This works well, especially with the 4-year-olds I work with. Narrative therapy is a main theory I have been using over the past few months with my clients. Most of the kids I have been working with are unable to change the environments they are in, whether that be at school or at home, so it can be helpful to work with them in finding agency within their stories in whatever ways they can. That being said, I do use a little bit of CBT and solution-focused therapy with clients who need more structure, but narrative therapy is overall the primary approach I return to right now. The artwork I created is about using externalization for finding one's sparkle moments in the midst of a problem. I also wanted to emphasize the strengths one can find in these hard situations. I rearranged the figures in a way that wrote out a new preferred reality from the old one that was not working anymore. I wanted to highlight that even with the dominant and local discourses that exist, there is no absolute truth in how someone goes about life. In the end, everything can be relooked and deconstructed.